everyone, it's Lori Silver Corsello with the Sue Adler Team at Keller Williams Realty. Thanks so much for being here with me today. First and foremost, I want to say that I hope everyone is home safe, healthy, and that your families are all healthy as well. I know we're going through some crazy times right now, unprecedented, really, and we're all just trying to get through it one day at a time. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to get on and do this video, because I've been hearing from so many people that they are just feeling really stressed out about having to homeschool their kids. They're feeling inadequate. They don't know what to do. It's a lot to juggle. And so I thought I would tap into my network and see if I could find someone who could give us some advice on how best to do this. So I'm really excited to introduce Julie Cohn to everyone. She has a bachelor's degree in child development, but more impressively, her and her husband are raising 10 children, and she has homeschooled them for 10 years. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Julie. So Julie, thank you so much for being here today. I'm so excited that you offered to do this. I'm hearing from so many parents that they feel that they're just not equipped to take on the job of homeschooling their kids. Is there a right way or a wrong way to homeschool?
When you're talking in this context, in the middle of a pandemic where we're all nervous and anxious, I'm going to say no. Families really need to figure out what is going to work for them. And parents need to realize, we didn't know what we were doing when they were infants. I was an only child. I didn't know how to change a diaper. You figure it out. Once you do it a few times, you know what you're doing. I would say homeschooling is similar. It's almost like extended homework help.
Okay.
Each school is different right now as far as what they're providing for the parents.
Right.
But there's a lot of different opportunities to supplement yourself that are really easy, a lot of online resources, etc. So I really think it's hard for parents to mess this up, per se.
Awesome.
They're not going to mess up their kids. Their kids aren't going to be, not getting to college because we've had to homeschool for a few months.
All right, so first point, you will not mess up your children.
Don't not mess up your kids. They will continue in their education.
Excellent. But tell me, what do you think the biggest difference between homeschooling, like elementary age versus like middle school and high school kids?
Elementary kids may take more of your time. Mm-hmm. So you've got a new reader. It takes a lot of patience to sit there and hear cat or said, sounded out a lot. They may need help with reading. They may not feel confident to work on their own because they've had the gentle instruction of their teacher. But their curriculum, we can do their curriculum, right? Most of us can handle elementary curriculum. But when they get to middle school, you have issues of motivation, more attitude issues, more I don't want to do this at home. The Xbox is calling.
Right.
And then for some of us who may not have excelled in math, now you've got math that might be a little over your head.
Okay.
So that might be a little more intimidating, but just keep at it, help them as you can, be patient. And with high schoolers, at least for us here at home, they're the ones really struggling with not being with their friends, missing prom,
right,
missing all these big milestones. And that's just really contributing to even a depressed mood and lethargy.
Yeah.
I'm not motivated to continue because they're missing their people. They should be starting to differentiate from us, but they're stuck at home with their younger siblings and they're really uncool parents. So it's a real struggle for them. But we just all need to be patient with ourselves,
right,
with our kids, with the process, and just all take a deep breath. Even though I've had a lot of homeschooling experience, just today I'm like, okay, I gotta go to my room for about 30 minutes and just
decompress.
Just decompress, let them decompress. And this also, in my opinion, is not the time to freak out about extra time on the cell phone, extra time on the Xbox, extra time watching Netflix or Disney Plus.
Right.
We all just need to find the spaces we can as we're able to and get that break so that we can do what we need to do, which is totally new to most of us.
Right. Awesome. So it's really to understand as well that they're struggling in many ways as much as we are from an emotional standpoint and are stressed out about this process too.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are the top 2 or 3 tips that you would give parents to help them keep their sanity and feel like they're doing the right thing by their kids?
I think it's very important not to compare yourself to what your neighbor is doing. Every family is different.
Okay.
Every grade level is different. Every kid is different. Every social situation is different. It looks different for us as a 2-parent family where only one of us works than it's going to look for a single mom with 3 children who still has to go out to work.
Right.
Don't compare yourself to other people. Do what you can do and find a schedule that works for you and your family. If you have to homeschool mostly on the weekends, if it has to be after work in the evening, if it has to be earlier in the morning, it doesn't matter. And don't expect your kids to be doing work 8 hours a day. It doesn't look like regular school. It takes smaller chunks with, I would say, lots of breaks for everybody. And if you're sitting at your desk working, put them on the computer with a video that's educational or on a story time with their teacher, and don't feel like you have to hover the whole time. They're capable of doing a lot, whether they're 5 or 15.
Okay, that's awesome.
Find out what works for you.
Okay. What other types of activities did you do with your children other than what was required or part of a curriculum that you now realize actually added to their education without necessarily feeling like school?
I would say chores. I think if you haven't started with chores is a great place to begin. Kids need to know how to work and work without complaint. And it's hard to do that when you're all stressed out during the school year with school. But now that we're home, they can do more chores and they learn a lot from taking that responsibility, whether they're little or they're older teenagers. And also things like gardening, cooking. All our kids start learning to cook at age 8. Reading aloud as a family, listening to audiobooks while coloring, even just watching good historical movies. These things all do add up and teach them things about the world and how to interact with the world. Helping a neighbor as you can from a distance. If that means dropping off some groceries, or I love seeing all the younger people getting groceries for their elderly neighbors. There's a lesson to be learned there. And just learn to be kind to each other when we're all a little edgy. Is self-control, learning self-control. During this time, something new we've done is, I'm sure they have it everywhere, is master classes online.
Yes.
Official master classes where they can take cooking lessons from those who've been truly successful. My 11-year-old's taking, lessons from Margaret Atwood on writing when he's bored.
Oh, very cool.
So those kind of things are kind of fun too. They're pricier. That's one thing that we've tried to do. And like I said before, the internet has a plethora.
Yeah, I found there's a lot of free things that are being live streamed in terms of exercise classes and music or dance and that kind of stuff. I know that in talking, you pulled together a list of some great resources, which I hope you don't mind, that we're going to offer to email out to people if they're interested so that they can tap into some other things that maybe that they haven't found for themselves yet. Is there anything else that you think people need to know that maybe I haven't touched on?
I think just overall, and this is, I think a challenge for all families right now is, even though it's such a horrible time on so many levels, try to enjoy the extra time together, because Lord willing, this will never happen again. So try to make it as good of a memory for your children as you possibly can. Make the best out of a bad circumstance and try to just keep calm and just love on each other and just enjoy the process as we're able, and just take a deep breath and relax. Like I said before, back to, you're not going to mess up your kids' education. They will continue.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, one of the things we started to do at my house is my son has gotten really into cooking throughout this process. So we've been printing out all the recipes he's been making, taking pictures, and we're going to create the Corsello COVID cookbook.
Oh, that's incredible.
And all said and done.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Making memories, writing a diary.
Yeah.
This
awesome.
Unique historical event, I guess.
It is unique, that's for sure. And let's hope it's the last time we have to do this.
Short-lived.
But thank you so much for being here and for just imparting your wisdom. And we really appreciate it. I wish you and your family all the best and continued health. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks. So I hope you found that information helpful. And as I had mentioned before, we've compiled a list of some great resources that Julie has used and that we've pulled together that is available to anyone. So if you're interested in that, just shoot us an email to the email below on the screen, and we'll get that out to you right away. And if there's any questions we can answer, if you need anything else, feel free to reach out to us at the Sue Adler Team. We're happy to help you in any way that we can. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and we hope to see you soon. Take care.